Hello guys, it's Rhino, and today we're gonna have a preview of a new game that just launched on Kickstarter. It's Neo-Morphosis Infestation. So, it is the year 2159, and we are at the World Exit Research Station. As you would have guessed, the world is very different than it is now. We've already gone through a hot Earth crisis, which was dealt successfully, and as a result, the Earth started to cool down steadily. However, it cooled down to such an uncontrollable degree that it led to the current cold Earth crisis. So researchers have been trying to find a way to warm the planet or leave it behind entirely. You and the rest of the players are members of the 4-man replacement crew for the World Exit Research Station, where you'll be working on one of the many research projects trying to get humanity to the stars. However, there's gonna be some surprises along the way as the station, maybe you guessed it by the title, is infested. Neo-Morphosis Infestation is a thematic cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. It can be played as standalone encounters or as a narrative campaign. This is an early prototype I have here, as you can see, and I have set up the demo encounter. Each encounter has a different objective and some special rules. But the main idea is that the heroes are trying to survive the aliens that are lurking in the dark, and they're also attacking the doors and the system and the terminals, causing several malfunctions. There's various sectors separated by closed doors, and each tile has 3 areas that you can explore. There are some assembly points for tech and science where players may craft items and weapons, crates to open and search for items, terminals, and of course infestation cards, which are flipped once you enter that sector and you discover what creatures are hidden there. For example, in this sector you place 1 pod in area 1 and 2, 1 ripper in area 1, and a slug in area 3. There are several different creatures in the game. Each alien has its own mini, health points, defense value, attack bonus, number of wounds it causes, and a special ability. There's also the impede value. When a crew member leaves an area with 1 or more hatched aliens, the crew member must pass an agility test in order to move normally, which takes us to our heroes. Each one of the 4 heroes has a different specialization, bonuses for science and tech tests, dice number they roll for programming. Here's their health, defense value, agility bonus for the agility tests we mentioned, and of course an attack bonus, the range of their weapon, the number of wounds they cause, and their special ability. Each player can do 3 actions on their turn, and there's lots of available actions they can choose from. Heroes can open and close doors for 1 action, they can craft items, drop, pick up or trade items, repair doors and terminals, search crates, many different actions related to the functions of the terminals, like recharging the fire suppression system, and lots of other actions that are set in the encounter. For example, in our demo encounter, players need to activate some switches to unlock the door and then stabilize the level of oxygen of a specific sector and prevent the collapse of the ventilation system. Each encounter has its own winning conditions, and players lose immediately if all of the heroes at the same time are recovering or disabled, or when a new emergency is generated when all 4 emergency fields are already filled. Which takes us to one of the most important mechanics of the game, in this board over here, the system interface panel. In this panel you can see what's wrong with the system. Here's the emergency reports, here are the terminal reports, the fire suppression system, and of course the time or round tracker. Emergencies represent extreme damage to the facility that will ultimately destroy it. New emergencies are created when aliens attack the station walls, if compromised sectors are not secure during the start of a round, and if the time marker is already at the end of the time track during the start of a round phase. Also, during the start of a round, emergencies escalate. There are 3 emergency levels, and after that the emergencies go critical, causing permanent damage to the station. However, as an action, a crew member that is in the same area as an active terminal can attempt to counteract those emergencies before they go critical by using one of their repair attempt tokens, rolling the programming dice, hoping to match the symbols on the emergency card, before it's too late. So now we've seen enough stuff to see the flow of the game and the round structure. First, at the start of the round, we check for new developments at the system interface panel. If there are any level 3 emergencies, they go critical, and you also escalate active emergencies. You then check compromised sectors, and if the sector is not secure, you create a new emergency, and then you check the timeline. If the time marker is at the end of the timeline, the station is beginning to collapse, creating new emergencies. Then you activate all new emergencies one by one, and next we move on to the crew phase. First, players try to come up with a plan and they arrange the xenobiology tiles in a way that they can be useful during the round. These tiles symbolize the current research data we have on the biology of the aliens, and they help the crew get an edge over them. You can piece together the tokens and perfectly match the symbols together to obtain attack or defense bonuses against specific alien species. For example, let's say the chemist wants to attack this worm. She rolls the 6-sided die, she adds her attack bonus, and then she adds the bonus from the xenobiology diagram, the +1, because they had predicted that something like this would come up. Then, after the xenobiology diagram is arranged, the players activate a crew member one at a time, performing a full turn with their actions. And then we move on to the aliens phase. You first draw an alien activation card, and players follow the instructions to play the alien's turn. First of all, the die at the top says that you need to roll to see if there are any pods neomorphosizing. For each pod in the map, you roll the die and see if it will neomorphosize this turn, and if so, if it's becoming a worm or a hydra. Then we have the structural attacks against the walls. All aliens matching this list make a structural attack against the walls of the station, having to pass this number to have a successful attack. Then the next section describes the alien actions. For example, one larva moves up to 3 areas to attack a terminal, then all rippers in the map move up to 2 areas to attack the crew, also attacking any doors they find on the way. Then we have some special activations, and at the end of the alien phase, all hatched aliens neomorphosize, even if they have already been activated in previous steps. Aliens can morph into different types, they can get new skills, and they can grow into several different forms. When a Neomorphosis happens, you draw a card from the Neomorphosis deck and you place it beside the respective card and place a red ring under the miniature as a reminder. This creature now has more powerful stats, and in the next Neomorphosis it will turn into the next more powerful monster in the Alien Neomorphosis tree. At the end of the round marker moves down 1 slot, and then players repeat the steps of the round as we have described them until they meet the winning or losing conditions for the game. So this was Neo-Morphosis in a nutshell. If you'd like to know more about this game, you can check out the Kickstarter campaign page of the game. I'll have the link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and for liking and for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.